Oscar got a better start than Lando, gets his nose in front. And at this stage, it all looks quite normal, right? I'm just going to pause it here. Because at this point, I think... There. Let's go back a couple of frames. At this point, I think Hülkenberg's aware Alonso's coming down the inside. He's expecting Oscar to carry on there. And then he carries on here. He goes on there. And it's all should be clear and fine. But that's not what happens.
We've watched this a few times now. The issue is that obviously Oscar's seen Lando at turn one. He's gone a bit deep and he's like, right, I'm going to slow the car down. I'm going to switch back and get a good exit, which is fine in a race situation when you're racing just one other car. But when you have 17 cars braking as late as they can into turn one, it just never works because you'll end up with a car on your side.
And then, now let's go on board because this is the Hülkenberg on the left, Piastri on the right, and let's try and illustrate and really replay what you've just talked about. So slow it right down. So at this point, Hülkenberg's looked in his mirror. He just told us as well. He saw Fernando coming. So he can't go further to the left. Oscar's steering angle there indicates he's going to follow Lando around. But now this is the bit that he cuts across, isn't it? Let's actually, you know what? Let's show people full frame. There. Oscar turns in. I mean, look at his hands at this point. He's got 180 degrees full steering lock. And you cut to Hülkenberg at this stage. He suddenly realized, oh, goodness, he's coming towards my car. Yeah. There's nothing Nico could do.
No, nothing at all. Even if Fernando wasn't on the inside, look at how much steering lock that Piastri has. Hülkenberg has to do the same thing, but he's reacted late to it because you're reacting to what the car is doing in front. So it's a really tricky situation, but that sort of start and that type of corner, the switchback is a really tricky thing to do and get away with.
It's a risky thing to do, isn't it? Because there's always, especially when you start at the front, there's a pack of cars coming behind you. Let's look at it from a different perspective. Fernando Alonso. Now, Alonso, we know, made a decent start, but the opportunistic part was the lunge now across the left-hand side, which you would do. And it was all looking okay, wasn't it? Because, again, look at this point. If I was in that cockpit, I'm looking at those McLarens, I'm expecting Oscar to carry on there, I would say. Yep. But that's obviously not what happens. And Fernando, again, he had space. He wasn't really going to make contact with Nico until it all got smelly, I think. And unfortunately for him, his car's in fact just being wheeled past the sky pad. You can't see it here, it's on the other side of the camera. But unfortunate for him.
It's always very difficult when you make it through wide into turn one on any corner because this corner really opens up and then it pinches you at the apex. But I thought that was a good move by Fernando. It was risky, but it looked like it was all going to plan. Hülkenberg knew he was there. There was enough room for three abreast, but they just didn't anticipate that Oscar was going to try and get the switch back as much as he did.
And the big beneficiary, I'm just going to show one last clip here, is Yuki Tsunoda, because he gained 11 places. Let's go on board with him. And you can see the chaos is starting to unfold up ahead there. Yuki stops right at the apex, really slows the car down, tries not to run the back of the Racing Bull, does actually make contact there. And then he's got that front wing. He's got nowhere to go and goes over it.
He can't go anywhere apart from drive over it. Full throttle, nice straight line here, but it's not over. There's a tyre crossing the track. There's a slow-moving McLaren on the right-hand side and a slow-moving, was it the Aston Martin on the left? So threading the needle and came out in P7.
With the front wing still stuck underneath his car. So it worked out well for him, and he ended up in the points there.
Ooh. Yeah, cut back. I mean, yeah. Is that anyone's fault?
You're looking at me.
I don't know. I don't want to say anything controversial.
Especially has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, that was great.
Wait, have a look at this. Because, I tell you what, the on
yeah, I mean, when you cut back, it's always like a bit of a blind spot, so...
He's obviously, they're side by side. There's Lando.
Yeah, he's turned in. Oh, yeah. Reminds me a bit of when I T-boned Carlos at turn one a few years ago. So, yeah.
Well done. But there you go. That's what yours thinks. Oscar got a better start than Lando, gets his nose in front. And at this stage, it all looks quite normal, right? I'm just going to pause it.